one of the biggest challenges in the city is we're so busy. You know, people living in urban areas, in order to be able to live here and afford to live here, you got to work your butt off. My name is Michael Cosman. I'm from San Francisco, California, and I am 23 years old. Well, my first project outside of my own has been in South San Francisco at my girlfriend's place, taking out her grass, rototilled it all up, and have been kind of amending the soil, working with kind of local horse stables and grabbing their manure and kind of putting it in her yard and making the space suitable for growing. That's kind of my biggest physical project. I have kind of one across the street from my house that I'm in the process of cleaning out and ripping out all the weeds and the berries and making that a suitable space to eventually put a farm in. And I've recently partnered with this group, My Foodscape. So what I'm trying to do with them is kind of create a community of urban farmers in the Sunset. They have a kind of a sect going over in Noe Valley. But what I'm trying to do in the Sunset is create a community of us that are already growing, that we can use each other for support, for supplies, for manual labor. But then the ultimate goal will be to, in the end of the harvest, once we harvest, will be to share harvest. So if I have extra lemons and somebody has extra tomatoes because they can grow tomatoes around here, I would want to barter and trade for equal trade. That way, kind of we can share kind of the goods that we get from the land in the area around us. With such a dense population in cities nowadays, and it's always growing, I think there's an importance to kind of be self-sufficient as a city as a whole. The more that we can grow within our borders and the less distance that our produce has to travel, the better it will be for the environment, the cleaner our city will be, the cleaner kind of our diets and our lives will be. So I think it's important to use as much land and use the land that we have in a wise way. We are going to have to do something to change our access to food and our food supply, because right now it doesn't really work. It's not a sustainable kind of system, the way that the way that food is grown and the way it's traveled and transported. It doesn't leave us room for much growth as cities. So I think you kind of have to bring things closer to home, bring food production closer to home in order to grow as a city.